Guys, Judy here. I have my dog on a leash because there's people playing ball and he likes to steal balls. Anyway, had a really cool thing happen 2 days ago. I was laying on my bed relaxing. I took the screen off my window. It was super duper hot and my cat kind of scratched it up and it looks ugly, so I just took it off. And as I was laying there just basking in God's peace, just really enjoying God. Oh, so relaxed, and my cat comes literally flying. It was very funny. I mean, I've seen him jump, but I mean, he came flying through, okay? And of course, you can land right on my bed if you come in the window, and my window's close to the ground, and the backyard is where my window leads to. Anyway, he comes flying through the window with a huge bird in his mouth. Not a baby bird, but it was a baby. It was just I think it was a vulture or a hawk baby. And it was very unusual for Bubs because he plays with things. Very rarely will he ever bring anything dead. He just brings it in. He likes to paw it around and play with it because he doesn't have a real hunger pain. This cat hasn't had a hunger pain since I got him. You know, I just spoil my animals with all kinds of delicacies. So his motivation to hunt is not to eat, it's to play. And the few times that things have died, I really honestly don't think, I'm not trying to defend my cat, but I don't think it was his fault. I think a bird fell from the nest. The one time it was super duper baby and he just brought it in. And then the other time it was a rat, a mouse, and it was decapitated. And I think it was, I don't think that was Bubs. It's really not like him. Anyway, Bubs is not ISIS. So, okay, so enough of that. He comes flying through with a big bird in his mouth. It was so prophetic, the timing of it. I just made a bunch of vids. As you know, I've been on a roll lately because God is just talking a lot, and wow. And so he comes flying through the window with a bird in his mouth, the bird screaming. And now Bub doesn't clutch tightly to things because he's playing. So the bird, you know, loosens and flies. Well, it can't fly, I found out, and it got away from him and went under my bed. My bed is really large underneath, so you can crawl under there pretty easy. So I took Bubs and put him in the backyard and went to go rescue the bird, but I'm squeamish, okay, and it was just making me really sad. So I asked my son to please go get it, and I was upset, very upset. My son was very shocked at how upset I was. He'd never seen me like that. And I was just saying, Lord, when are you going to... Sorry, that was a truck. I was just like, Lord, when are you going to come and redeem all this? This is horrible, you know? Come on, come get us. I hate that animals have to get hurt by one another, and people too. You know, because in the new world, they're not going to be dying and eating and be in fear. Cats eating birds and all that. Or scaring, you know what I mean, hunting. We're not going to hunt live things. It's going to be peace and harmony, and I just felt so bad for that little guy. And I was saying, Lord, can't you come and redeem all this now? I hate this. Okay, so because getting the bird was going to be an ordeal. He was squeaking his little head off. We named him Squeaks McFly. And so our plan was to just get him and release him, but it turns out he was a baby. We didn't know he was a baby. I know a lot about birds. I used to have birds. And so he still had his down feathers. And he was definitely like a turkey vulture or a baby hawk or something. I'm guessing that he fell from the nest. He could not walk. He was, you know, so if he would have been brought back outside, he would have died for sure. Because he wouldn't have made it. Someone would have eaten him. So we put him in a box, and I brought him over to the animal care place and asked if they could save him. And they felt confident that hopefully, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. They didn't give me much hope. I was actually very disappointed. When I look back, I guess I should have just kept it and bought a dropper and tried to, but whatever. So I dropped him off. Well, not now, because here's what God told me, but back then that's what I was thinking. I should have just gone to the store and YouTube how to take care of a baby bird and just bought mealworms and figured it out, but I don't really have time, but still. But then the Lord calmed my fear. So here's what happened. So the thing goes under my bed. I get it in a box. I get to the clinic. They said it's wild bird. They can't touch it, but they'll give it in the morning. This happened at night. So they said he'll if he makes it through the night, which I'm sure he would, but he will if he makes it through the night, they'll bring him to the animal shelter in the morning, who will then release him to probably a bird sanctuary, and that was the plan. But they couldn't touch him. And I was like, you're just going to keep him in the box? And she goes, oh no, we'll put him in a nice warm area, just like the nest, and we'll keep him comfortable and safe, but we're not allowed to feed him or anything. We can't touch him because he's wild. That's just ridiculous. Felt so bad for the little guy. And on the way there in the car, he was just squeaking away. I was trying to comfort him, but I think it just made it worse. And Bubs didn't hurt it, my little lion, my gentle lion saving. So basically, I called Jerry on the way. I'm all, Jerry, please pray right now. I got this bird. Jerry's always like, what's up now? You know? Seriously. He didn't say that, but I knew he was thinking that. So he said he would pray. I said, just please pray that the bird is okay. And I just felt horrible. I just told him it's horrible. Like, I hate seeing things suffer. I'm sick of it. So sad. I felt so bad. And he said he would pray, and then I had to go. So then I dropped the bird off, and I was walking to my car, and I was very sad and disappointed because I just thought they'd give me more hope. And so Jerry's like, how'd it go? I go, I guess it's survival of the fittest. And the Lord, I had to get off the phone with Jerry. The Lord interrupted me and was very loud. He said, my eye was on that sparrow. And he wasn't being mean to me, but he was being stern. Like, how dare you say something so evil? And listen, I do not like evolution. I'm a scientist when it comes to creationism. I've studied creation science for years. I used to take people on backpacking trips, and I used to co-teach with a couple of my friends creationism. Trust me, versus evolution, and all the evidence for 7-day creation and God creating everything in 7 days. And trust me, I'm into it. And so for me to say that meant that I had no faith. I guess it's survival of the fittest, because I just felt like the bird's gonna die. I hate this world. And Jerry was like, and then I go, Jerry, I have to go. God's talking right now. I gotta go. I'll call you back. And the Lord just was like, so sad that I said that. He said, my eye was on that sparrow. I saved that sparrow. That's why my room was a type of heaven. That was the safe haven he brought it to. I really believe with my whole heart it fell out of the nest. And Bubs brought it in to play with it. And what I thought was actually redemption, but what I thought was a cruel death and a cruel thing, God was letting me know that was his redemption. It was but not by chance that bird, and he used sparrow, it's figuratively from the Bible. It was by no chance that he came into my room. And Bubs, the lion, who represented the lion, the cat, saved him. Okay? And he just started giving me, it's very cool. So what we think is the end of the story, God says it's redemption. It's kind of be like in the tribulation, what we think is the end, God says, no, it's not the end. Marty, come! Marty! Marty, come on, boy! I know I can do that mean voice. Get over here. Come on, Marty! It's his redemption. And he was so sad when I said, I guess it's survival of the fittest, because I really was upset. I'm like, God, when are you going to come? This is horrible. Things eating things and scaring things. I love cats and I love birds. I don't want these two to eat each other and scare each other. And, even though Bubs wasn't going to eat him, he scared him. But anyway, God revealed to me that Bubs actually saved him and brought him in there to me unharmed, safe and sound. And he would have died, because he can't go back into a nest after you're fallen. Anyway, when they got him at the animal care center, though, they did say he was an unusual bird. So this isn't like just a regular backyard bird. I mean, they could tell by his beak, and I could too. Very big, Still had his little down feathers, but his other feathers were growing more, but he couldn't walk, so he was definitely... Anyway, gotta cut off this video. I'll finish it part 2.